Good 49ers update. No long-term damage to Brock Purdy's elbow. That had been the fear for the 49ers, but it's merely a right elbow contusion along with some nerve inflammation for Brock Purdy. He probably won't play in the 49ers season finale against the Arizona Cardinals, so we'll probably see Josh Dobbs or Brandon Allen. That being said, the 49ers have already been focused on 2025 with their 25-year-old quarterback for quite some time, and now they could fully focus on that and contract negotiations. Other two injuries in the game: Leonard Floyd exited with a shoulder, and San Francisco also lost Demetrius Flanagan. Fouls. Both Floyd and Fouls are day-to-day for San Francisco entering this final week of the regular season. Here's Kyle Shanahan's full conference call, followed by some more analysis here on this beautiful New Year's Day from the Bay.
All right, guys, injuries from the game. Leonard Floyd had a shoulder. He'll be day-to-day. Flanagan Fowles, calf, day-to-day. Brock Purdy had a right elbow contusion with nerve inflammation. Most likely going to miss this week, but no long-term issues. UCLA is fine. UCL looks fine. That's it from the game right now. Go ahead.
Kyle, what's your plan with Jake Moody this week? Is he going to kick this final game, or are you going to bring in some competition for him?
No, he's going to kick this final game.
Have you talked to him? Did you see how everything looked, the snap and the hold on the extra point?
Yeah, I spoke to them yesterday after the game, but that was the only one that wasn't clean. Still needs to make it, but that was the one that wasn't a clean hold and snap, which made that one a lot tougher.
Kyle, with the news on Purdy, how relieved are you, and what's your plan for who you anticipate will start on Sunday against the Cardinals?
I'm relieved, but I wasn't too concerned. I wasn't too worried about it, just with the information we had last night. So it was good to just hear the same thing today. And we're just starting really putting this game to bed right now and trying to catch up with Arizona. So I'll decide that later in the day.
Kyle, is there any chance that Christy enter Mordecai in this game on Sunday?
No. Unless there's injuries.
Kyle, you talked about that being possibly a scramble game, so that's why Dobbs played yesterday. I assume that had to do with the way the offensive line was situated. How did you feel the offensive line did and the two tackles that alternated?
I thought under the circumstances they did a hell of a job. Just coming in this week and learning the offense and going out there, and both of them kind of sharing the responsibility, rotating, and I thought they really competed well. And I thought the game went well. Where we got to avoid a lot of third downs in the game, which helped. And but I thought those guys stepped it up big time for the situation they were in. Real proud of them.
Kyle, looking at the inconsistencies on defense, there are a lot of good plays where there are tackles for losses, pass breakups, and others where there are explosives allowed. Is there anything? Is it missed assignment? Is it lack of concentration? What is the issue on the defense?
One, they're going against a very good offense, where it's going to challenge you in all areas. Just their talent, their scheme, all of the above. So, I think they've done that to a number of teams this year. I think there was two, with their short motions and stuff and man coverages when you get to stacks and you got to communicate. We had two guys drop a guy, which they make it tough on you, but those are ones that led to two big plays. I thought our tackling wasn't great at the beginning, especially. He's a tough back to get down, but I thought some of our angles and stuff would have got to give us a chance to get to third down better, and didn't track very well at all. So it was a number of things, but got to be on it versus an offense like that, and I thought we were at times, but not enough, and they made us pay.
Kyle, do you have an update on Charvarius Ward?
Yeah, he should be coming back here later today.
And can you reveal the personal reason?
since he hasn't yet, I should let him do that. But it's positive stuff. I mean, I'd like to, but I just haven't talked to him, so I'll let him do that.
Okay. Kyle, did you get a chance to talk to Brock today?
No, I haven't seen him today yet. No, just talked to him last night.
And I guess what were his spirits last night? And I don't want to know if you want to do a season-long summary, but how has he handled this year?
I mean, I think he's handled this year head on. I mean, he hasn't ran from anything. He's attacked everything. Plays as hard as he can and works as hard as he can, and comes in always on Mondays and Tuesdays and faces the truth of everything and comes back and grinds and tries to get better each week. So, I mean, I guess I can talk about him more at the end of the year, but I thought last night, he was disappointed in the turnovers. He was disappointed in the loss. But it's just, kind of how he always is.
Kyle, what was the issue on St. Brown's touchdown catch?
On which one?
St. Brown's 4th and goal touchdown catch.
It wasn't an issue. We had a soft cloud that didn't drive on the ball hard enough.
Kyle, did you at left tackle was the plan going in to rotate Heck and Pleasant?
Yes. Yeah, we were going to play both of them and let them share the challenge.
And how did you feel that?
Sorry, you broke up.
And how did you feel their performance was?
I was real proud of them. I thought they, I don't think I've ever had to start a guy who was on a different team's practice squad the week before. So for those guys to come in during Christmas week and to really just figure out the language so they can do their assignments right and then get out there on Monday Night Football and try to perform too. I earned a lot of respect from those guys.
Kyle, did you look at the Parasol's game last night as sort of a breakout game for him, or just sort of a culmination of what you've been seeing throughout the year?
More of a culmination. I mean, I think that's the hardest thing with wide receivers in this day and age, that everyone's judged off of their stats, which can tell a lot sometimes, but that's just when they get the ball or not, and that's not always based off of what they do. That's based off of circumstances that happen with the other 21 players on the field. Because there's a lot. I mean, you can play a really good game and have no numbers, and there's nothing you did wrong about it. But people act like you didn't because you need to see those numbers from guys when they touch the ball. So I was happy that he got more opportunities, that it worked out that way, and when he did, he came through with them and showed the stuff that we like about him, so everyone could see it.
Kyle, did you have some of those games at Texas when you had a really good game but just didn't put up the stats?
I feel that's how all mine were. If I could have just got the ball more, I'd still be playing. Just joking. Please don't take that seriously.
Does Burford have a chance to play Sunday? And if so, would he be your starting left tackle?
Yes, he would. Right now, it's not looking like that.
Okay.
Kyle yesterday, Jed York said to Tim Kawakami that you and John Lynch are not going anywhere. I assume that that's been the feeling between you and the organization for a while, but just hearing that, does that make you feel more confident in your future with the 49ers?
Not really. I feel confident. I've got a good relationship with Jed, and we speak almost every day. So hearing stuff in the media doesn't really change much for me. It's it's more what I have between him and myself.
And that relationship has always been open and consistent.
Yeah, definitely. No, Jed is very easy to talk to. We've known each other here for now 8 years, and We feel very fortunate for how he is through the good and the bad, and the communication really never changes regardless of what's going on. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow.
Happy New Year's Eve. It's the morning after the 49ers lost to the Detroit Lions from the Fairmont Hotel atop Nob Hill. A lot of 49ers history in this hotel. Eddie DeBartolo Jr.'s introductory press conference, also the site of Bill Walsh's interview with Eddie DeBartolo. It's also going to be the site of our discussion, our preliminary discussion about last night's game. 49ers, let's start on defense right now, because that was an atrocious defensive performance for the 49ers. For most players outside of Nick Bosa, Nick was really good, and he's up to 9 sacks on the season, so just one against Arizona to close this 2024 campaign, which will actually be in 2025 after the new year, would mean the third double-digit sack season for Nick Bosa, even despite the injury issues that he has dealt with. But Bosa had 7 pressures. No other defensive lineman for the 49ers had more than 2. That was Yetur Gross-Matos. And then they only had 1 pressure from a non-defensive lineman in this game. That was Malik Mustafa, which just shows you, A, they're not blitzing enough, or B, whatever blitzes they're calling aren't effective. And when you watch the exotic pressure that Detroit was able to bring with their beleaguered defense, Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator, was able to make Brock Purdy uncomfortable at times. And Purdy generally beat pressure yesterday. The 2 interceptions actually came on plays where he wasn't pressured. But still, it all ties together. If you're throwing more looks at an opposing quarterback, then you're going to have a better chance of generating confusion. And confusion can lead to those picks. Confusion can lead to those mistakes. So the 49ers need to do a better job of that. The pressure numbers definitely indicate that they didn't. Moving to the offensive side of the ball, that's what I wrote about on the San Francisco Standard. Tremendously balanced first 3 quarters for the 49ers, run and pass. And then they went pass heavy. They lost that balance in the 4th quarter with those 16 straight throws. That's when Detroit began preying on those Brock Purdy passes. And that's when we saw the 2 interceptions from Kirby Joseph. 49ers didn't have a great rushing attack yesterday, but I think it was good enough behind Isaac Guerrero to at least offer a dosage of counterattack. And I think the proof was in the pudding over the first 3 quarters. That's why the Purdy performance was so prolific, because the 49ers kept Detroit's defense on its heels. But by then, the Lions were on their toes. And when we look forward to 2025, the 49ers need to keep defenses on their heels throughout the entirety of games. That's, right behind their inability to consistently finish this year, is that opposing teams have not consistently been on their heels through the final whistle. And that comes from balance, not only in this 49ers offense, but in any good offense. The Lions, one of the top offenses in the league, you saw Jared Goff benefit from 30-plus carries. 49ers registered only 14 carries for their running backs in the game yesterday. All right, more coverage coming up throughout today. Happy New Year to everybody. Check out the article up on the Standard.